Hi, this is Satiris Basakaropoulos, and I would just like to welcome you to our team training hangout. I would also like to welcome any of our new members of the team. And if you have any questions throughout this, if you'd like to just post your questions in below, or feel free to contact myself or Matthew on Facebook. I'm just waiting for Matthew joining us now, so hopefully he'll get connected soon. I think there's been a bit of an internet glitch. Okay. So really, I'll just get into quickly what I'm going to be discussing this evening. Okay, and I will also go over some of the basic stuff as well for our new members too. Okay. But the point of this hangout this evening, for anyone who has got the email and come on it and is curious to find out what it's about, is that basically if you are running a business online, and whether you've just started one or you've had one for a little while, unfortunately there is little challenges that come along the way. Okay, and one of the challenges is that things happen, things disappear, things get broken. Stuff like this always happens along the road. Okay, and I was talking to someone recently, and they basically had one of their video channels completely deleted, unexpectedly. And this happened to me a few years ago. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details here this evening for obvious reasons, right? But I have made another video, okay? And what I'll be doing is I'll be giving you the link to the page where I will post that video, and there will be more, there'll be more information on that. But the bottom line is, if you're marketing a business online, the most important thing for you is your content, okay? Your content is your posts, your information, your blog posts, your videos, stuff like that, right? I'm just gonna be 1 wee second. I'm just sending Matthew another invitation here. Sorry about that. Just had a technical glitch with the internet this evening, so unfortunately he's having a job getting connected. I think it's just an internet problem. And so basically the bottom line is that content's your most important thing on the internet, and you can spend weeks and years, a lot of people spend years building up content, right? But if all your eggs are in one basket, if all your content is on one channel, if all your content is on one site which is controlled by someone else, then your business is in very, very shaky ground. Okay, and that's why I wanted to make this video this evening for everyone. Now, if you're just starting out, this is going to be probably the last of your problems and the last of the things you want to think about, okay? Because obviously, you're just getting yourself together, you're figuring out how to do your, how to do your blog posts and how to connect up your autoresponder and stuff like that. So you don't need to worry too much about this at this stage. But basically, what you need to worry about is if you're a wee bit down the line, you've got a load of blog posts done, you've a lot of content out there on the internet, and then somebody comes along and basically shuts down one of your accounts, shuts down your Facebook account, or your video account, or your video hosting or something like that. Now the thing about it is, what I suggest is, once you've got a certain amount of videos out, I would suggest not having them all in one place, okay? And I would suggest basically having having your own video hosting. Okay, now when I say your own video host, I mean hosting that you pay for, but basically you have control over. Okay, and not hosting that people are just going to come along and going to basically wipe off your stuff. There's different places. The other thing you can do as well is you could take your content and put it on different sites too. But I'm going to tell you a wee quick story about what happened with me. And now, one of the most important bits of content now, right, and people like it more and more, tends to be video, okay? So, you know, if you want to be really successful online, it's a good idea to figure out ways to do videos. Even if you don't like talking on videos, even if you don't like recording live events, you know, you can do PowerPoints. You can do different PowerPoints where you write and, you know, tell people the stuff in writing, and then you could talk in the background, or else you could just basically put that in, you know, into background music or whatever. You know, you could have the writing and then background music as well, okay? So, you know, that can sort of tell a story. If you don't like your voice, or you don't like, you know, showing up, then that is a, you know, that is a good alternative. Or, you know, if you don't like people to see your face and you don't like them to, you know, basically listen to you, you don't like the sound of your own voice, because there's a lot of people have that as well. So, so Matthew is having a bit of problem here. But what I can do is I can actually maybe bring Matthew via Skype, and he'll just talk. He'll just talk in the background. We can maybe do that. Okay, so I'll just give Matthew a quick call on Skype.
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently on.
Okay, so even the Skype isn't working, so we're definitely having a big technical glitch on Matthew's end tonight. I don't know what's going on. So, you know, the thing about it is that what I suggest is I suggest that, you know, you don't rely on one source for all your business, okay? You don't want to, let me just get, okay, just trying to get Matthew here, sorry about this. Okay. So if you have all your stuff, sorry about that. If you have all your stuff, you're just trying to get in here and it's not working. On the same network. So say you do all your marketing on Facebook, okay, and somebody flags your Facebook account, or somebody if you're doing all your stuff on YouTube and somebody flags your YouTube account or your, you know, Vimeo account or whatever account it is, but if you have it all there and they delete that, that's your whole business is completely gone, okay? Your whole business is completely gone, right? So it's very, very important. It's very, very important that your business, you know, that your business is spread out, you know, over different things. You know, if you make a video, right? If you make a video, if you have all, you know, 500 videos on one channel, and basically something happens, all your business is gone. So what you want to do is every time you want to make a video, you want to upload the video to your own hosting, right? And from your own hosting, you can go there, you can put it on a blog, you can put it on a website, you can have it stored somewhere. You can have it stored somewhere. And so, So yeah, it's definitely a problem here with Matthew's internet, unfortunately, folks. So I don't know at this stage if he's going to be able to make it or not, because it's looking quite bad. He's tried a lot of times to get on, but it's not happening. So anyway, the bottom line is that I'll just tell him to leave it. So okay, that's it, hopefully. Unfortunately, Matthew can't get in. There's a problem with the internet. He says it's been taking 12 hours even to upload a video to YouTube. So there must be a huge problem with his internet where he is. It must be very, very bad. So unfortunately, he won't be joining us this evening. So it's just going to be myself, okay? So basically, let's get back to if you've any questions as well, if you're on this for the first time and you've any questions, you can post just below in the comments, okay? Post your questions in below in the comments and I will answer them live, all right? Any questions that you actually have, okay? So, so what I'm saying to you basically is you want to use different, you want to set up accounts with different social networks. You want to have a Twitter account. You want to set up a Facebook account. You want to have a YouTube account. I will talk more about all that stuff in this other video because I don't want to talk about it here, okay? But basically, those are the types of, things you want to do. You want to have your own hosting, and especially if you're doing any videos that you're going to be, that are going to be very, very salesy, or they're going to be selling particular products directly or services, it's a good idea to have it in your own video hosting, right? Because it means you can, you can really sell stuff that you want to sell properly without worrying if it's going to be flagged, or without worrying that someone's going to come along and report it, or something like that, okay? So it's very, very important to protect your content. That's your number one thing, because if you think about it, I spent about, it would be about I spent about 6 months basically, right? Spent about 6 months doing loads and loads of videos. Actually, it would have been maybe even near a year, and I got about 300. I got about 350 videos uploaded. They were making me a great income, and suddenly a teenager came along. And basically, the teenager came and said that, that showing people how to get Twitter followers was a scam. Okay, now I had already got at the time about 50,000 Twitter followers. About 50,000 Twitter followers, and also I had, I was basically showing people how I'd done it, okay? Because I'd done it in a certain way. I used an automated system and I showed them how to do it. And I had like 4,500 positive comments. But basically a young guy came along and said that, getting Twitter followers was a scam. He flagged my video, it got deleted and it disappeared. That was the end of the video. And I basically sent a message to YouTube saying, all I'm doing in the video is just telling people how I got followers on Twitter, which I did get, and that's all I'm doing. It's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. And 2 days later, I went to my account with 350 videos, and all my stuff was gone. Okay, so I definitely, wouldn't want to have all my eggs in one basket. And I wouldn't keep all my eggs in one basket. And we'll talk about we'll talk about that later in the other video. I'll be basically shooting you a link in the comments. I'll be shooting you a link in the comments for the video, okay, so you can actually see where it is. All right. Now, if I just want to talk quickly. I know I'm going back from one thing to another because of all the complications here with the internet and stuff happening. But I just want to speak just quickly to our new members and basically say what you need to do. The most important thing, right? The most important thing is when you get started, especially if you're using the iPass system, first thing you want to do is you want to go through the videos step by step, okay? And you want to follow the videos step by step. Now, feel free, if you're on Matthew's team or anyone else's team who sent you here, then you're part of our group, okay? And basically, I'm more than happy, myself, Matthew, and anyone else who you've joined with in this group will be more than happy. We'll be more than happy to talk to you. Hold on 1 wee second, just I get rid of my son's phone has been left. So, okay, hopefully you can hear me again. If you can hear me okay and everything's all right, just post in the comments below here, just so that we know that everything's running smoothly at your end. Just scrolling down here. Okay, that's fine. So, anyway, so basically, you want to go through the iPass videos, you want to go through your back office, you want to follow them all through, okay? You want to follow your way through it and just do it bit by bit. Now, the thing is, when it comes to your blog and so on, feel free to contact myself or, whoever you've joined directly under, or me as well. I'm more than happy to help you. If you add me on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Sotiris 30, the number 35, so SOTIRIS 35. So facebook.com/Sotiris 35, and just message me and say, could you give me some help? Could you chat? I can call you in Skype, or we can set up a hangout like this, and I can sort of sit down with you and go through the things that you need to actually learn and get your stuff all set up for you, okay, and help you with the next steps. Now, there's a lot of new stuff as well coming out in the next few weeks. If you haven't already, I would advise you to book the live stream ticket while it's available. Book a live stream ticket to be at the live stream, because they're launching a brand new blogging system, and there's going to be all the bells and whistles you can think of in this thing, right? And it's going to start ranking like crazy again. So you definitely want to find out exactly what's happening, okay? I think that's important, to find out exactly what's happening and know all the new things that are happening, because if not, you're going to lose money by simply not knowing, okay? These are things you need to know, because people are going to be asking you, and people are going to be coming, joining your team, and they're going to be asking you how, what's happening. And if you don't know what's happening, then it's not going to, it's not going to help your business, okay? So definitely, go in, you'll check your email. You should get an email about it, about the live stream event. You definitely want to be at that. Now, loads of people in my team, pay thousands of dollars, to go to the event. They go, they book the tickets, they book the hotels. They have to pay for the ticket as well in. So you're talking a couple of $1,000s. And I mean, we're able to go for $99, right? And sit in the comfort of our living room and get all the information for £60 or something. So it's definitely something you really want to do. And also the price might go up, so it's a good idea to go and get it while it's at the $99 before it goes up to $199 as well. Okay, so you definitely want to do that if you want to be kept in the loop of what's actually happening. Yeah, and I stress it's definitely very important to do that, because the people who keep plugged into the system and do the things that they're told are the ones who make the money. The people who sort of disappear and don't do anything, or make some excuse, are the ones who don't make any money in this business. It's very, very simple to choose what you want to be, right? Just by the actions that you take. Okay, so you want to take the right actions. So coming back to keeping your content protected is, obviously you want to have your stuff all spread out. You want to have different social media accounts, right? You want to have your Facebook, your Twitter. You can use Pinterest. Now, you might only want to focus on 2 or 3 of them, right? But the thing is, if you're only focused on one, then it's very, very easy to lose all your stuff. So I would suggest, be in Twitter, set up a Twitter account. It's not difficult. Set up a Pinterest account, Facebook account, YouTube account, and start putting a bit of content to that regularly. Putting content on that regularly. If you don't want to put content, if you can't put content on them regularly, even if you go to easyoutsource.com, you can get someone in the Philippines to work for you for a couple of $100 a week, and they will post stuff on all your social networks. They can basically run your social networks for you. If you don't want to do it yourself, they can go and add people, add new friends, add new followers, and do all the stuff. Okay, and you can pay them for a fraction of what you would pay to get it done here. So that's another idea that you can use too. All right. So now when it comes to I was telling you about how to protect your videos and use video hosting. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you what I would generally do. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen, and hopefully you can see my screen okay. Okay, and I'm just going to get the software now. If you want the software that I'm using, it costs a couple of $100, but it's the best couple of $100 you'll ever spend. All right, because if you don't have this, you can use years of work. Right now, I don't know what your normal pay is where you work or what you do. Right, but think about it this way. Right. It takes on average, maybe if you take the time it takes you to think up the video, the time it takes you to make the video and make it properly, you might have to take a couple of cuts before you make it properly. By the time you take to edit your video, if you edit your video, some of us don't. I don't normally generally edit videos. And you take all those things into account. You could probably say, uploading the video another 10, 20 minutes. You could basically say that each video takes an hour of your time, okay? So if you're getting paid, say $10 an hour, right? $10 an hour. If you've uploaded 350 videos like what I did, right? That's basically, 350 times 10. That's $3,500 of your work time, right? Now that's, you in a bottom paid job, $10 an hour. That's you in just an ordinary job, right? That's not you making, with an internet marketing business making thousands of dollars. We're going by a minimum sort of wage thing here, right? So basically, that means when someone comes and deletes your account, right? You've basically lost $3,000 worth of work, okay? So when you see a bit of software that costs $200, this is a long-term business, right? It's not something for a week or 2 weeks. It's a long-term business to make you money into the next, 10, 20, 30 years, right? This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme or a 2-minute way to riches, right? It's a long-term business. And the thing about it is, if you think about that, being able to do that in a few months, and you imagine how much money you lost, then it really doesn't make sense not to have those videos on your own hosting. It doesn't make sense, okay? Because it's your time, it's your effort, and it's your money, right? So don't be one of the people who say, oh, I'm not paying $200 for a thing because I can't afford to do that or whatever. You know, if you're just starting out and you're only starting a blog and you've only 1 or 2 videos, that's fine. You know, you could go make 20, 30, 40, 50 videos. If they disappear, it's not the end of the world. You know, it doesn't matter. You have to make 50, you can go make another 50 somewhere else. But it's not the end of the world. But if you're doing this now for 6 months or a year, this at some stage, you know, your Twitter account or your, you know, video hosting account or your Vimeo account or some other account will get deleted, okay? This will happen. It's not, it might happen. It more than likely will happen because most professional marketers who market online professionally have had 1, 2, 3 accounts deleted in their time, and normally they just get back up and do it again. But what they learn from it is that you need to have your own hosting, right? And that way nobody can touch your stuff. All right, so basically I'm going to show you. I've basically recorded a video about 5 or 10 minutes. So basically I just used Photo Booth. Okay, I'm on my Mac tonight, so I just basically clicked the record button. I recorded a video and it's just sitting here. All right, so I'm going to show you how you use this software. I'm just going to go to Finder and just bring up the software. It's very, very simple to use once it's set up. And it's pretty simple to set up because it talks you through it, okay? So here we are. Brings up a box. Now there's 2 choices. You can click to make a new video. Hi Matthew, great to see you.
Oh, can you see me? Great.
Yes, I can. That's brilliant. That's amazing. I thought we'd lost you completely tonight.
Yeah, me too.
That's brilliant. That's great. That's great. I'm just basically quickly showing how to use the software to do your own videos on your own hosting.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just in the midst of that. Give me like literally just 1 minute just give me 1 minute to show you this because it can be uploading while we're working away here, okay? So can you see my screen okay, Matthew? Oh, it's disappeared. It was short. Anyway, we'll continue here, okay? So basically all you do here is you grab a video. Now I've put the video on my desktop, okay, if you see my desktop. So all I would do is, there's 2 ways to do it. You can click new videos and you can record from your screen. So you can click here and just press record to record it from your screen. And it will basically, you know, you can do a screenshot of your screen or you could do it directly from your camera, okay? So you can click your camera. That's you back, happy days. So you can do it directly. Yeah, the joys of the gremlins. So that's the one way, and then obviously the other way quickly is I'll just grab this. So what you do is once you have a video made on your computer, you just drag it off your desktop like this, pull it into the thing, and then you click on it and you can basically rename it, okay? So you can rename it. So I'm just going to rename it the name of the name of our, you know, stuff tonight. So how to protect your content. Okay, so you just give it a name and then you just press apply, that changes the name, and then just click upload. Okay, and once you do that, it will go automatically to your own Amazon S3 hosting. And if you want, you can click the YouTube button, right? And you can also get it to, you know, go into your YouTube account as well, okay? I'm not going to put this one in the YouTube account because I don't want it there, but I'm just explaining that very quickly, okay? So we'll get back to you, Matthew, now. Sorry while that's uploading. I'll just unshare my screen here. So let me see. Oh, turn my video on again.
That's cool. Can I ask a question, Satiris?
Yes, indeed, Matthew. Far away.
I managed to watch a little bit of the Hangout there, and then I thought my internet has started to speed up again, so then I was able to join the call. So I didn't see everything you were talking about there, but with that software, for example, you know, I have, just say for my main YouTube channel, I've got maybe, I don't know, 700-800 videos on it or something.
Yeah.
What would be the process to take all those videos and put them into that that software and save them all in that software? Is that going to be like a long process?
Absolutely. The process, right? The process would be, and this is one of the things that I'm going to be. I obviously don't want to go into too much detail about all this stuff because of where we are. So, but what you would do generally, is, whenever you make a video, do you normally save it to a hard drive, or do you save it anywhere, or do you just upload it and forget about it?
Some are saved, some are just straight uploaded, depending.
Straight uploaded, okay. Well, what you need to do, and it's a bit of a pain in the neck, right? But what I would suggest you do is do it with your best content, right? Because I don't know about you, but every video that a lot of people do isn't always the top content, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would say take your best stuff, and you can go, if you're on a Mac or you're on a PC, you can get a software. It's called YouTube Downloader, and basically you need to download the video somewhere. Now, really, what I would really suggest you do, if you want to be really safe, and I know it's a lot of work with the amount of stuff you've done, but even if there were certain things that you really wanted to make sure you don't lose, right? I would get a hard drive. Personally, I have 2 or 3 hard drives, and what I do is I always try and put my videos onto a hard drive, okay? And if I don't put my video on a hard drive, I'll put it straight into that software. So it means it's on my own hosting and it's on YouTube. So if YouTube delete it, I can take it back from my own hosting, right? If Vimeo deleted it, I can take it back from my own hosting. It's always there. The content isn't going to disappear, right?
Right. So my question is, what's it easier to do? Is it easier to use software, or is it easier to download and put it onto a hard drive?
You could put it onto a hard drive, but the reason I would use the software is, right, if you think of your blog, right, and now the in thing for blogging is video blogs, okay? Yeah, people like to watch videos, right? Now what happens is, if somebody comes along and wipes out your account, right, and say all your videos, we're going to say, for talk's sake, because of where we are, you know, say everybody wipes out all your videos on Vimeo, okay, and say all your, you know, website is Vimeo videos, right? So you've 500 video Vimeos, and every blog post is a Vimeo video. Suddenly Vimeo deletes your stuff, right? 500 posts, 500 salesmen have disappeared from your business automatically, right? The thing about having your own hosting is, if you upload each video into that hosting and put it on your website, it's safe forever. You know what I'm saying? So you always have the content. So even if it disappeared, even if your content disappeared from somewhere, it would still be there, and it's not going to be gone. And all your valuable content that you've spent, like, you know, years or hours or whatever doing, isn't going to be gone. Yes, you can put it on the hard drive and keep it on a hard drive, but at the end of the day, if you're relying on, you know, if you're relying basically on, you know, if you're relying on that, then you're going to have to re-upload all the videos before you're going to be able to watch. Anybody's going to be able to watch them again. So how long is it going to take you to upload all those videos? You know, it could take you another year. Right? So in the meanwhile, all your stuff's gone down. Your business has stopped, right? Okay, now what happened? I learned that many years ago from a guy called Jonathan Budd. I'm sure you probably know Jonathan Budd, but what happened to him was he set up multiple accounts, but he made a mistake. He put all the same URL in all the accounts, and tied them all together, and then all his accounts with thousands of videos disappeared. You know, he was making about 950 grand a year or something, and luckily, because he's making 950 grand a year, you know, he paid probably about, you know, 20 or 30 Filipinos to go and re-upload it in 6 months, right, onto his own hosting, right? Yeah. So he was okay. He was okay. But, you know, if you're not making that kind of money, you can't have a team of people putting your content back. And if your content's disappeared forever, you know, you're banjaxed, right? You have to do it all over again. So, you know, so that's why I would suggest, you know, when you make videos, especially if you're making important videos, if it's an important sales video, if it's an important event that you're not likely to do again, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's a good idea to put it on your own hosting, you know, because if you don't have it on your own hosting, it's gonna, it's a risk, you know, it's just a risk. And, you know, I've seen Mike Hobbs 4 or 5 times, has had his YouTube account done. Ray Higdon has had his one done. You know, somebody else called me the other day from our team. Theirs disappeared. Somebody else who just does recipes called me and said they got a warning, and all they do is bloody recipe. Excuse my language. Yeah,
that's always the worry, you know, because all it takes is a small group of people, or even one person, to take disliking to you and flag all your videos, and get some of their friends to flag your videos, or pay some people to flag your videos on Fiverr.
That's the problem. It's on Fiverr now. You know, it's like.
And then your whole business can be down the drain. You know.
And the thing about it is, you know, it's your, you know, it can be just a nasty competitor. Even it could be a nasty competitor. You know, it's not even just you've had a bad day, you said something and got on someone's nerves, and they've said, right, we're going to flag your video. You know, you could have someone else, and you're ranking in the top for the keyword, and they're going, I need to get rid of this person, and they come along and do that, and, you know, your business is gone, right, for months or whatever. So I would suggest that whenever you're doing a video, get your most important videos, right, download them, and put them on a hard drive. I would put them on a hard drive anyway. Because the more places you have the videos, the less likely your stuff's going to disappear. You know? Because sometimes even hard drives blow up. You know? I've had that happen before as well, you know. So, so what I would suggest is, you know, obviously if you've done 800 videos, you're not going to go out tomorrow and, you know, download all 800 of them and re-upload them in a day. Okay? But if you know this series has a lot of people like it, and I don't want it to go, then you can go download them, re-upload them onto your own hosting, and they're completely safe. No matter whatever happens, you can go and you can re-upload them again, right? Yeah. And they're safe, right? Nobody can do anything. Nobody can stop them. They're there. The history is still there, right?
Yeah.
So I would suggest that. The other thing going forward is I would suggest if you're doing something that's really good content, definitely, you know, upload it with the system, you know, upload it to your own hosting and the YouTube hosting. Okay? Now there's a thing about this hosting basically, it's with the Amazon S3, and obviously if you're getting like loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of traffic to the video, right? It could cost you more money, but obviously if you're getting loads and loads of traffic to your video, you're obviously making probably loads and loads of money as well, right? So have to look on the upside. But the thing about it is the other thing you can also do with this software is you can go in and you can take, you could privately, almost privately, without giving anyone the link, and this is pretty cool, and I like this, right? Because this saves you money. and it saves your YouTube account, right? You could have a YouTube account or whatever, and you can basically go and you can take the URL of that, put it into this software, right? And it will basically then make your video embeddable in the software, okay? Now, once the video is in the software, nobody can click it and go to your channel. So nobody knows where the video is, right? But it's actually hosted still on YouTube because you haven't uploaded it to the software. You've just put the, the link there, okay? So if you have that video link as private, right? That video link is private, and you basically added the software, and then you put it on your web page. Nobody could ever find where to delete that video, right? And if nobody sees your video on YouTube because it's private, then who's going to flag it, right? So if you have a video that you know is going to get like 500,000 views a day and it's going to cost you too much, then you could just use that method, right?
Yeah.
And so if you have a main capture page and you're driving like 10,000 people a day to it, then you can just upload your video like that, right? And it won't cost you anything for hosting.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. So those are the kind of things. Let me just show you for an example. I'll go into that and just show you what I mean, will I? Just so you can see. Let's see.
That's cool. I don't want to take up the your whole training. What you have.
Yeah. No. Well, that's basically. I think
carry on with that, Sotirios. I just had one question.
Yeah. No. I think this is very, very important because I mean this is everyone I know, who's been marketing for a while has had this thing happen at some stage with some things, not always with one, but maybe with Facebook or with Twitter or with YouTube or with whatever. So I think it's a good idea to cover stuff like this before it happens. You know what I mean? Now, like I said to the people who just joined and who are new today, don't worry about this, right? Because you haven't even got, probably 20 or 30 or 50 videos up, so don't worry about it. But if you've been doing this for any length of time, you basically want to make sure that you're covered and you're not going to lose any of your stuff. Okay, so let me just see. A second. Let me just try. Oh, I know. Sorry about that. So basically, say for example you have a video, right? Say you have a video. Do you want me to show you, Matt? I'll do one of yours, Matthew. How's that sound?
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I go to your account. So basically, I grab this video, right?
The adventures you've...
I grab the URL, like so. And then, now with this, I'm not going to be using any of my own hosting, right? I'm just going to be using their hosting. So all you do is you click import from the web. And you just put the URL in and just press import. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the video. Okay, so that's the video now imported.
That's very quick.
Yeah.
That's
So
just
if I absolutely. So basically, if I want to go now, I can just basically go and click. I can press embed, right? First thing, I'll need to choose the right size. The first thing you want to do is you want to make it the size for your site. Okay, so for some reason it always makes it 20 bigger than what it says. So if you want it 600, make it 580, right? So 580, and then you just click next. Okay, and then you can also have social share buttons. So you can turn the Facebook share, Twitter share, Google Plus share, and you can have it roll in your video at the start or fade in. So we'll just have it roll in. Okay. Now there's loads of other bells and whistles which I won't go into now, but you can see you can have it all different, like like an iMac, or you can have all these different screens. So I'll just pick this one. Click next. And then you can also put different viral share buttons. So press yes. And then all you do is you can just click whatever ones you want. So to make it faster and easier, I'm just going to put the simple ones. Just save that one. There's also one where people can actually embed your video. So you can put it like that, and then people can get the embed code and embed your video on their website, which is pretty cool as well. Okay. You can also put the thing for them to put comments. So you can also put a thing for them to comment in your video and how many comments you want to show up. Right. Then you can, you can put a share this button. Now this is a cool thing here. Now the brilliant thing about the share button is you can get them to share whatever URL you want, right? You can get them to share whatever URL you want. So, give the video title. What was the title there? Can you remember?
10K per month. Come online in 90 days.
Yeah. So here we go. I'll just copy that. Command C. This is basically what will show up when they share it, okay? And then what's your URL for EN? Is it most watched video or something, or must watch video, or?
Oh yeah, well we just created a new one today, but yeah, amazingmustwatchvideo.com.
Amazing must watch video.com. So basically what happens is when someone shares this, it will then go to your capture page when they click on it, right? So you just click next. Okay. And next. No, just save. You can also add an opt-in box inside the video and stuff as well, which is pretty cool, but that's advanced stuff. I'm not going to go into it now. So I'll just click an iframe. Okay, so basically you can then just copy the code. So you can do one or two things. You can send somebody your link to the video, like so. Okay, so you could just send them a direct link to the video, like that. Let me just see. Sorry, just too many windows open. So you can send them a direct link to the video, like so.
I believe you're watching this video now for a very specific reason. I believe you have a dream. I believe you have a vision, or at least you have a vision.
And then if someone goes to share it.
And I may be your very last chance
On Twitter.
of activating that and fulfilling your dream in life. Watching this video now and taking action may be your very last chance.
It will then go to your capture page.
I want to help you create freedom in your life.
Yeah. So that's the URL. Or you could just grab the embed code. Command C. Let me just see. New post.
That's pretty funny to sit here. So I'm just thinking if if ever again my internet's so slow that I can't get on, you can just have a video ready to play.
Exactly. I know, pretty cool.
I'll just send you a video instead.
Matthew's message for tonight.
The backup plan.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's see. Let me just see here. Where's this? I've lost the page I was on. Just trying to get back to the YouTube to get the type. That's it. Okay, so copy that. Command C. Good grief, too many pages. That's it there. Okay, Command V. Command V. Command V. Command V. Command V. Okay, so you do that like that. Click Publish. Now you could make that private. You could send 10,000 people to it. Wouldn't cost you anything for hosting. And nobody could flag it. And what you could do if you wanted to be really smart is you give it a different name as well, but they're not going to be able to find it if it's private anyway.
Yeah.
So let me just see. It's taking a wee second. Hold on. We need to shut down some more stuff here.
That actually happened to us with our capture page video. I think we got like 50,000 hits in less than a month or something, and then we got charged a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
I think it was Vimeo we had it hosted on, or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I can't remember. And then we just put it onto YouTube instead, and just made it private on YouTube, and so now we don't pay.
Exactly. But the other thing is you could have a channel that's just private, all the videos. That's another. But even then, if they click, if they can get into the channel, they can still flag it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? If they can see it's a YouTube video, they can still flag it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So your videos aren't protected.
I believe you're watching this video.
So, and that's just on the main page. I didn't make it the full size, but if I go to the main page, it'll be the full size.
So that's in that software that you're talking about.
Yeah.
You just put that in. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the only difference is instead of uploading it straight to YouTube, you just upload it in that software, and it also uploads it into YouTube as well, right? If I want to upload into YouTube, look, I just put in the video title, the description, the tags, what section I want it in, and then just press save, and then it uploads the video into YouTube as well.
Okay, I'm going to mute my microphone because I've just got family coming in the door here, so you can carry on to yours.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So so basically, it just protects your stuff, right? It means your stuff's protected. It means you don't have to worry about going to a site. I mean, I'll give you an example here, right? And this is one that I did a while ago. And what happens is, I basically found videos. I found videos on YouTube, right? And I put them on the site, and then companies come along and they basically, flag the video, and then the video's gone, right? And then you're sitting with your site and a video that's gone, and it's like, oh no, it's still there actually, but there's a lot of videos that disappeared. I deleted them all, right? So basically, a lot of the videos then don't work. Now, by using this system, it means your videos are always going to be here. They're not going to disappear, right? They're not going to disappear. And you can put the videos on your own video hosting, and it's safe, okay? Your stuff is safe. All your files are safe. You can get them at any time. So I highly recommend you do this. If you've been marketing online for more than 6 months or 8 months and you've got a bit of content, you're putting the videos out, you want to do this, especially with your best content. You know, continue to use all the different sites, Vimeo, YouTube, and all those different sites to get traffic, because it's great for getting traffic, and that's brilliant. But what you want is, you don't want to be worried. You know, you don't want to be worried that your stuff is, you know, you don't want to be worried that your stuff is just going to disappear, right? You don't want to have to worry about your stuff, you know, disappearing tomorrow, right? Because if your stuff disappears tomorrow, it's a major disaster, especially if you've been working for like years at it. It's crazy. You know, I was so peeved because when it happened to me, first it happened to my YouTube account, and then it happened to my Twitter account, and you know, I lost like 70,000 followers on Twitter, and then I lost that within literally 2 or 3 weeks of each other. So I mean, that's quite hard. Now, a lot of people would have just quit. They would have said, "Oh, this doesn't work," or, you know, "These buggers are going to shut me down," or whatever. But I went on. I did some other things, which I will share with you in this video, which I've made. I'll share with you the other things that I did. I'm only giving the video out to people who made the effort to come live on the Hangout, okay? So I'll only be sharing the video here in the comments for the people who came live on the Hangout, right? The video, I'll give you the link now. The video will be there in full. Actually, I'll post the video now, come to think of it. So let's see. I'll actually post the video now for you. But what I'm going to do is, I made the video very short, but I'm going to lengthen it, okay? I'm going to lengthen it and give you more information in it. So what I'm going to do is, I will basically go in here to the videos, go to files, and then I'm just going to get this here, settings, choose video settings, make it the right size, next, don't need share on it, okay, and that, next, okay, no, don't need the share button, okay, next. So what I'll do is, I'm going to I'm going to be doing a much longer version of this video tomorrow. This was a very quick one. Let's see. And I'm just going to click here, text, Command V, update. View page. And then I'll just basically grab you the link here. Just grab you the link. Command C. And then I'll just go to School. Hangout. And I'm just going to post it in below. Hi, here, video. Link will disappear after this event. Okay. Okay, so I basically posted the link there, and that's where you're going to be able to find it. Okay, so that's where you're going to be able to find it. Like I say, if you do that, you will keep all your, you will keep all your video content safe, and I think that's important. And you also want to do the same with your, with your social media. By having enough different social media accounts, it means if you lose a certain percentage. I mean, I'll give you an example. I was watching, and this isn't on our subject line perhaps, right? But I was actually watching a video the other day, and it was this guy who is a very, very successful investor, and he gives a lot of advice to people on investing and big companies and some of the sort of richest people, some of the elite people. And one of the things that he told people to do, right? One of the things he told people to do was to buy gold. Okay, and the reason he told people to buy gold was because at some stage he says, and there is at some stage going to be a collapse in the financial market, and a lot of these people, responded. Now, the people who were not long-term thinkers, right? They were thinking about today, right? And they were responding, and they were saying, gold went down by 40% or something this month, and you told us to invest in gold. You're really stupid. Why did you tell us to invest in gold, right? This guy really is so clued up, right? And it's like the guy said, people, you need to diversify a bit. You need to diversify a bit with your investments, right? And some people think diversifying your investment means buying stocks and shares, right? And then because you've stocks and shares, you buy like 10 different types of companies, and now you're diversified, right? But any real investor, like Warren Buffett or something like that, knows that that's not diversification, right? That's that's if the stock market goes, you're completely gone, right? You're in soup, right? So Warren Buffett is going and buying railroads and buying oil, and he's actually given up. He's actually sold off a lot of his stuff, and he's got a quarter of his money now in cash, billions in cash, waiting for the next crash, right? So he's got his cash, he's got his gold, he's got his oil, he's got his things, and they're all completely different things. Diversification, right? Now, if the gold, right? If the gold goes down 100%, right? They're only telling you, this guy's only telling you, buy 10% in gold. Buy 10% of your investments in gold, right? So basically, if gold goes down 100%, you've actually lost 10% of your portfolio, right? But the rest of your portfolio has probably gone up more than 10%. So you're actually gaining. But when the money market crashes and your dollars become worth next to nothing, the people who have gold, it'll probably be worth 500% more than what it is now, right? So it's the same with your internet business. If all your eggs are on Facebook, right? If all your eggs are on Facebook or on your Facebook account, or all your eggs are on Twitter, or all your eggs are on YouTube, or all your eggs are in a certain type of advertising, if that type of advertising goes, or that account goes, your business is gone, right? You're starting your business all over again. So even if it might seem like a little bit of extra work, it's a good idea, to have more than one online, business. When I say online business, I mean more than one online, social media account, right? So I definitely encourage you to think, if you're not on any other networks, if you don't have any other social networks, even if you pay somebody a couple $100 a month to go and do it for you, it's worth doing that as well, okay? Because then if you lose your Facebook account, it doesn't matter. I generally find that if something's going to happen, normally it happens in 2s or 3s, right? So I have about 5 social media accounts, probably spread 10 of each one, right? So if all my top social media accounts are going to go, the likelihood at the very most 2 or 3 will go in a 3 or 4 month period, which means I still have 40% of my business, and I still have all spare social media accounts as well, right? So I can still go okay. I'm not going to be as good as I was, but I'm still all right. Okay, but if your main account, if you're doing everything on Facebook and you've got like 5 million followers on Facebook and everybody loves you on Facebook, and Facebook one day an employee's having a bad day and say, I don't like him, I don't like the look of him, I don't like, he's a smart ass or whatever, or she's a smart ass, your stuff's gone, right? And you're starting all over again. So think about that, think about that when you're doing your business as you're going along. Definitely, as you move on, in the first stages, it's fine. Set up a YouTube account, get traffic, do all that stuff. Make 50 videos, make 100 videos. But once you start getting to the stage where like you're getting massive, you want to protect, and you want to also have some of your stuff a wee bit diversified in different places. If you make one video, upload it to 2 or 3 sites. There's another site called IBO Social, and it has like a YouTube thing as well. You can upload your videos there as well. So you could also upload your videos there. You could upload it to YouTube and Facebook and IBO Social. You could upload to Vimeo, whatever. But I would definitely suggest that you have your videos in more than one place, or else there could be history at any stage. And the same goes for all your social media stuff. So I hope that helped. If anybody has any questions, post your questions in below. Like I said, post your questions in below. And, as well as that, for the new members on our team, feel free to contact myself and Matthew. Matthew, if you want to just maybe pop your Facebook URL in the comments below, just for anybody who hasn't got you on Facebook, if they want to, connect with you,
Yeah.
Any new members and stuff, if they have any questions, and I'll pop mine in as well. We'll be able to help you with anything you're stuck with. But if you've just joined iPass, you want to go through the videos and you want to follow them step by step, right? There's no point in you contacting me. I don't know about Matthew, but there's no point in you contacting me with regard to iPass, because the iPass system is quite new, right? And how I set up my iPass was I went to the iPass, I watched the video step by step, and I followed it step by step, and that's how I set it up, right? So if you asked me to go back and do it again, I would have to go and watch the video step by step. So there's no point in me going and sitting with you to watch something step by step that you will be able to do if you watch it step by step, right? So go through the iPass videos, set it up one step at a time. If you get stuck, there is a support number. You can contact ourselves, but with the iPass system, I would prefer you work through it, as it is. If you have any questions, feel free to message whoever's team you're on, Matthew or myself. It doesn't matter if you're on someone else's team. You can message me. I'm sure Matthew, anybody in his team as well, you can message him as well if you have any problems or anything that we can help you with. That's what we're here. We want you to be successful, because basically the more of you are successful, the more successful we all are. And you should also be doing that for your own team. You want to try and make your own team successful. You want to show them all the things that will help them to move forward in their business, because it just benefits everybody. And that's the great thing about our community. We can all turn to each other. We can all come in the Hangouts and ask any questions and get things answered. And it's a great thing to have access to. I see so many people in these businesses that don't know where to turn to start a new business. They're sponsors from, Hawaii, and they've never seen them, never heard of them. They don't know if they're real or not, or their sponsor just joined the business a week ago and then they left it, and they're just going around like headless chickens. You don't have to worry about that with us here. We're here for you. We're here weekly. Myself, Matthew, our other team members, we're here weekly to help you to get through this and to move forward and make money in your online business. I've said enough, Matthew. I'm going to let you speak because I keep talking. Listen.
Thank you, Satiris. That was great. And for anyone from Hawaii, there's nothing wrong with being from Hawaii. It's cool.
Absolutely. As long as you're not on the beach without your laptop and your team are sitting stranded somewhere.
Well, it's everybody's own responsibility to work for themselves. You know, this is a business where you work for yourself, and it's never an excuse that your sponsor didn't help you out or didn't give you some information or something. And it's up to you to take responsibility. That's the main thing. Is you are responsible for you. You know, you're not an employee. Once you get into a business, you're in business for you, and you can build a team. And don't let anything be an excuse. That's the thing. Don't let anything be an excuse. Don't let anyone be an excuse. And once you get rid of all the excuses, then it's pretty clear road ahead, right? So. You know, the most valuable thing, I suppose, I could say right now is to ask the question, what's the most valuable thing that I can share with you in the next few minutes? And the most valuable thing is the quality of our questions determines the quality of our lives, right? And that sounds like a very nice saying, and it is. And I heard it many years ago. Over a decade ago, I first heard that saying. The quality of our questions determines the quality of our life, and it sounds kind of nice. Oh yeah, that sounds nice. But I've been getting on deeper levels over the years, more and more, and it's like hitting me now so profoundly. It really is. You know what I mean? When something sinks down into your body and you just really realize that actually, wow, it really is. And the more quality questions you ask yourself and take the time to allow the answers to come, that really starts to determine our quality of lives, because we start to learn more about ourselves, start to be able to solve problems, create solutions from that. If you were just to ask yourself each and every day, what's the most valuable thing I can do in my business today? If you wake up in the morning and that's the first question you ask, what's the most valuable thing I can do in my business today? And then your brain goes about looking for the answer for that. If you ask the question, what's the three biggest income producing activities I can do in my business today? You ask a question like that, then you'll start doing the income producing activities rather than the kind of like just turning the wheels, spinning the wheels, but nothing happening, right? If you start to ask yourself questions like that, so these sort of questions will start to determine the direction of your life, the quality of your life, the results that you get. So wherever you are right now, you are there because of the questions that you've been consistently asking yourself. Because thinking is nothing but asking and answering questions with yourself, right? You're asking yourself questions and answering them, and the higher quality questions you ask, the higher quality answers you'll get, and the higher quality life you will produce. And this comes so clearly to me now. Asking the question, what is valuable to me? That's a really important question. Ask the question, what's important to you? Ask yourself the question right now. You can write these questions down, and I hope you are writing the questions down, and just consistently ask yourself these things. Just say, what's really important to me? What's really important in my life? If you ask 100 people on the street, what are your top values? Most people will just go completely blank. When your values are just simply what's important to you. So you want to be completely clear, crystal clear on what's really important to you in life. And what's really important to you, not just what you think that should be important to you, or what other people expect should be important to you. You know, it's getting rid of the social idealisms of, oh yeah, you know, I was brought up this way, so what's important to me is, oh, I don't know, the certain things in my culture or my religion or something like this, when it might not really be important to you. That just might be what was expected of you from other people, from other authority figures. So when you can get past all that and ask yourself what's really important to you, and really know that, you start to know yourself on a deeper level, and you start to get more clear in life and more focused, and, you know, stop spinning those wheels and actually get some traction with your life and get moving in the direction that you want to go, to get moving towards your vision, what you want to create, and that you are creating every day, because what's important to you is what you're doing every day. So if you look at what you're doing every day, you know, look what takes up your hours every day, then, well, that's what's important to you, because that's what you're doing. If you want to change it, because maybe you think, well, actually that's not really it, maybe you're living somebody else's values, maybe you're living what was expected of you, you're projecting the values of others onto yourself. You're projecting what's important to others onto yourself. Oh, you know, I'm a doctor because that's what my parents wanted me to be. You know, that's actually not what you wanted to be. That's what your parents wanted you to be, right? So that's not really what's important to you. That was what was important to your parents. If you start to understand what I mean. So it's what's important to you. You know, that's what you really want to find out. And you know, so if you're working this, and I know, by the way, there's quite a few new people that are on here right now. So this training, you might not think, oh, this might not apply to me. Some of the things about protecting your content and things, you think, well, I've got no content. That's okay, because you will have. You know, you will have, because we've had a lot of new people joining lately, and that's really cool. That's really cool. And the new people with the really good attitude, that's really cool as well. I'm just going off subject slightly, because I've been getting emails from somebody who wants to join, who's been asking to join, and they've been really, really difficult, and sending me these big long emails saying what they don't like this, and they do like this, and they don't like this, and they're really finding trouble with this, and I've been finding it really energy draining. And they said, look, you've got to answer every single question I have, because I'm a big hitter. They'll be saying this to me. I'm a big hitter, so you have to answer every question I have, you know. And I've got 500 people personally sponsored, and, you know, I might join your team, but you need to answer every single one of my questions before I do. I was like, no, I don't. You know, I'd prefer someone that's completely brand new with just a really good attitude. You know, that's the sort of person I want to work with. Not someone who's got the arrogance of, I'm a big hitter and you're going to answer all my questions. I couldn't care less. Yeah, really. And I'm partly saying that because I hope the person is watching right now, because I really couldn't care less. I prefer the person with the good attitude. And that's what it comes down to. You got a really good attitude, you'll start asking yourself the quality question, and you'll be willing to do it. You'll be willing to listen and take those actions, because you know, that's what it really comes down to. That's what I see so clearly now. You know, if you want to, you know, you've got this business now, but you think you know what to do, and you do know what to do. Especially with the iPass now, it's so clear on what to do. You know what to do, but you're not doing what you know, right? There seems to be like a gap there, something like a miss. You know what to do, but you're not doing what you know. So what you want to do there is, after you've clarified what's really important to you, what your top values are, then you want to link them to building this business online, to this system. Link each one. Well, how can this help? How can this help my top value of maybe your kids, your top value? Well, how can this help my kids? Well, if I start to generate an income from this, then I can spend more time with my kids. Then I can provide for my kids at a higher level. Then I can take my kids on holiday. Then I can, you know, never say, oh, you can't have this. Then I can be an example to my kids. You know, these are all links. So the more links you have to creating this income online, becoming financially free, whatever it is for you, link those things to your highest values. Because if you're not clear on what your highest values are, and they're not actually, and your highest values aren't actually related to money or finances or building businesses, then you think, well, I want to do that, but you'll always have a miss unless you connect that in your brain, and unless you make those connections in your brain by actually linking them to what your highest values are. So I've been talking. I haven't been talking linear here. I've been talking in a way that I'm hoping you're getting it. But just bringing it all together in a few seconds here is find out what your top few highest values are. What's really important to you. Know what that is to you, and then link it to building this business online and creating financial freedom, creating a certain amount of money you want to make online per month, and developing that and growing that, and get as many links as you can to that, and that is what is going to help. What I believe is going to help you more than anything. That's going to help you, because we see some people that just it happens for them, and other people seem to struggle and struggle and struggle, because some people they just their value is in business. That's what's really important to them. Money is really important to them. The business is really important to them, and they find it really easy to focus on that, because that's what's really important. But if that's not what's really important to you, what you need to do then is make the links in your brain, and then you start to rewire your brain, and then you can achieve pretty much anything you want once you understand this technology and this brain science, really. And it all comes down to the questions. It all comes down to asking those very specific, very high quality questions of what's really valuable to me, what's really important to me, and getting those top few highest values, and then saying, well, what's the most valuable thing I can do in my business every day? How does this serve my business? How does this value, or how does my business serve this value? Asking those sorts of questions will actually start to create a lot of clarity, make links in your brain, and inspire you into taking action, but not just any sort of action, inspired action towards your vision of what you wish to create. And I hope that makes sense to you. And I hope you've written down some of those questions, you start asking them. And what's really important as well is to write things down. Is once you ask the questions, the answer comes, write it down. And write down as many things as you can, as many reasons, and you really start to get to know yourself. You start to get to know what makes you tick, and you start to find out what really inspires you, and then you don't need outside motivation. It's just an internal inspiration to create a manifest vision in your life.
Absolutely, that's great, Matthew. That's good, brilliant advice for everybody. Definitely, it's great. I remember a long time ago I was at a Russ Whitney course, and he said that it was a similar sort of thing. Mm-hmm. He said if you ask powerful questions, you get powerful answers.
Yeah.
The thing is, people don't ask powerful questions. So it's so important that asking those right questions,
yeah,
in order to get the answer, the right answer. So it's brilliant. That's a great statement, Matthew. So, I mean, if anybody has any other questions for us, feel free to put them in below in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to be going into more detail about the ways to protect your content and different things you can do in that video that I put the link for below. Okay, so hopefully that will help you a wee bit as well. Have you anything you can think of, Matthew, that I haven't mentioned? Or
I think that's great for tonight, Satiris.
Yeah. Okay.
I think probably given everyone enough to get on with, from the basic stuff, the fundamentals of getting plugged in, getting into the iPass. That's what I recommend for everyone now. Anyone thinking of joining, they say, well, some people say I'm confused. Should I just go and get the blog? What's this iPass thing? I said, look, just go through the iPass. The iPass is the road that will lead to the top of the mountain for you. You know, go through that, and everything will start to make sense. You know, it's the more the autopilot. It's like hitting the autopilot switch. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, this week I had my thing come back again, a really bad toothache again this week, so it was quite hard to focus. And yesterday I was, just spent some time with the kids and so on, and I had like $380 in new sales, new stuff come in yesterday, a complete autopilot without me doing anything. So the thing about this business is once you get it going, it's fantastic. It's really fantastic. So it's just worth putting that effort into it to get it going, because just what you get back from it's amazing. What you get back from it's amazing as well. I don't know if you were talking to Daniel, Matthew, but Daniel, he's going to Thailand and he's going to be working his business now from Thailand. So that's
awesome.
that's the way to do it, from the beach in Thailand. That's how to work your business.
Yeah.
Not many businesses where you can just go to Thailand and work away whenever it suits you.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
So, okay, well, that's it really from us this evening. If you've joined from one of our emails, you're not already on our team, click the red button below to get registered in iPass. You can get registered today. It's like only $1, right? So there's no point in asking all these questions about it. I see here all these people asking all these questions. It's $1, right? Click the button below, join, register, go through the videos. Your questions will be answered, okay? There's loads of trainings, there's loads of information, and you've access to all of us. And just anything, just feel free to give himself a shout or whatever, or whoever you've joined with, okay? So that's it, really. Get stuck in. If you're already on our team, if you haven't yet bought tickets to the live stream, I want to tell you you're not, okay? Because the live stream is coming. You're on this team. You've invested some time and money to be here. They're launching ENV23, which is going to be in WordPress, and it's going to explode your traffic, right? Your SEO, okay? And there's loads of new tools for marketing the system. There's going to be a new app, and there's a lot of new stuff which they haven't told us about that you're not going to find out about if you don't go to the live stream. So you need to go and register for the live stream, okay? Look out for an email from David Wood to register for the live stream. It's like $99. I've spent hundreds of thousands going to seminars, events, flying, to London and going to Dublin and, getting hotels and all this crazy stuff, paying a fortune to go to live events. And if you wanted to go to a live event, or you're going to a live event, you'll know yourself, it's probably it could cost you, maybe by the time you get your tickets, you get your hotel, you get your tickets there, you get your food, it's maybe going to cost you, $1,000 or $2,000, right? Now, anyone who can get a ticket for $99, $97 or whatever it is, right, and sit in their living room and get all the benefits of what these people are spending thousands of dollars on and doesn't do it, needs their head examined. So you definitely need to get in there and get registered for that, okay? Because it'll blow your mind. So you definitely want to go to that. So that's really it from myself this week and Matthew. Any last messages you want to give out there, Matthew, before we go?
Have fun.
Absolutely. There's nothing else.